And then like when he comes back, it's like, "What's your number again?" And like she gives the wrong number. The guy's like, "No, it's this." Like I thought that was slick. I was like, "Okay, Gene Kelly, I see you." Like I just
You
felt
got
this way watching it. This gave me a little bit of like diet version of Sunset Boulevard.
this is going on. Do I enjoy the quote unquote cougar in this movie? Yes. Like I think that's funny. Like
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. I am your co-host Daniel. Joining me as always is Stephen and James. Fellas, how we doing today?
Peachy Keen Jelly Bean. How about
feeling
you?
like it's a new year.
Oh my! What is the duck today? Oh
Happy
my
New
God!
Year, one.
What's the Happy New
Yeah,
Year?
Happy New Year.
Why is it a Happy New Year? Which
The
it feels like
movie?
it. Oh, all right, whatever. Sure, whatever.
And look, we're all Americans in Paris because the backdrops.
Yeah. Get it? Americans in Paris.
I
Get it?
I noticed it, James. I appreciate your thought and care,
I didn't
Thank
notice it.
you, thank you.
even though you didn't think about that, but I appreciate it.
No.
Of course, as an
What is
artist, I
this? That
always
it's
think,
Notre Dame and obviously I've Tower. About I don't know the Stephen might know the buildings because he's been to Paris more. I think he's been to Paris more than the rest of
Notre
us.
Dame, not Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Oh my
It's
God.
both ways, dude. Don't
Oh,
you can
Notre
say it both. You can
You
literally say
can't
it
be
both
in Paris and
ways.
say Notre Dame.
You can
One more
literally say it
time.
both ways. There's no wrong. There's no wrong
No,
way to say
Notre,
it.
Our Lady, Notre Dame.
There's no wrong way to say it.
no matter how
Yeah.
you say it, the French people will not say
I
you
was
say
at
it
Yeah,
right
they
anyway.
hate us regardless, Steven. Just accept it.
I
So
was
today, as you guys tell by our background, we have the 1952 winner, American in Paris. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. I do get it because it's French. Um,
you.
Release date November 11th, 1951, which is crazy. That was 75 years ago, right?
Jesus God, you're right.
That's like that. I mean, obviously, I was neither, none of us were born anywhere near that time period. But that just feels weird to me to be like that was 75 years ago. Crazy. However, we have some good news. So, stars in the film: Gene Kelly as Jerry Mulligan, Leslie Caron as Lisa. She's still alive, actually. That's the good news. She's 94. She's still
Leslie
alive.
Caron. Leslie
We don't
Caron.
get it very often, so I wanted to give a shout out. We've got Oscar Levant as Adam Cook.
Oh, I love him.
Got Nina, I don't know, Foch or I don't know, as Milo,
Ah,
and then Eugene as Georges Mathieu. Had a budget of 2.7 million and it grossed 7 million. So not a very big movie, which I mean it was all filmed in the MGM backlot, so I'm not really surprised the budget wasn't that high.
yeah.
Um, 8 nominations, 6 winners for the Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Story and Screenplay, Best Art Direction, Color, Best Cinematography, Color, Best Costume Design, Color, Best
Ah,
Scoring of a Musical Picture, and
color.
Academy Honorary Award for Gene Kelly. He won that award for that one as well.
Which just tells you how much they didn't think it was going to win. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, let's give him an award anyway because he's not going to win. There's no way in hell he's
let's
going to win.
let's give him a participation trophy.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is. So wrong
In
again.
93, it was selected by Congress for preservation, so we're back on that train. And it's ranked number 9 on AFI's top greatest movie musicals of all time.
Wow, this is a lot.
So, yeah. Without further ado, again, um, Steven's going to give us a summary of the movie, and then we will dive into the movie. So, Steven, take it away.
An American in Paris follows Jerry Mulligan, an American soldier who stays in Paris after World War II to pursue his dream of becoming a painter. After lonely heiress Milo Roberts buys some of Jerry's paintings and attempts to buy him in other ways, Jerry falls in love with a young French woman named Lise, who happens to be engaged to French singer Henri Borel, a man who helps protect her during the war. As Jerry struggles to balance love, friendship, and his artistic ambitions, the film unfolds through a series of lavish musical numbers featuring songs by George and Ira Gershwin. The story builds to a spectacular 17-minute ballet sequence in which Jerry imagines his love for Lise through dance and vivid imaginative recreations of famous Parisian artworks by Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Henri Rousseau, and Toulouse-Lautrec, among others. Ta-da!
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. All right, so now we are going to dive into what was going on during that time period because maybe that affected why this movie won. So obviously
It's
we
the
look up,
50s. What could have happened?
yeah, well, compared to the 40s, not much. Um, but we'll look at 1951 because it's obviously the year that most of this, it was released, and then obviously that's the year that obviously the Oscars were, the nominations were thinking during this time period. Obviously, in January we had the first atomic detonation at the Nevada test site.
Well,
So that's kind of interesting. Um, I guess they decided to bomb Japan first and then start doing test runs on it. Kind of crazy. Um, in March, the Rosenbergs, which is a pretty interesting story, was convicted of espionage for passing secrets to the Soviets in World War II. And
wrongly, wrongly accused.
they were executed.
Horrible.
There's a musical about them too, I believe.
There's an entire section of the play Angels in America where Roy Cohn is visited by the ghost of Ethel Rosenberg.
Is that what it is? Okay.
You look a little heavy, Roy. You gained a little weight. And you're dying, Roy. It's a very good scene.
In April, Truman relieved General MacArthur of his duties in Korea, which is a big deal, obviously.
Sure.
In June, UNIVAC became the first commercially produced digital computer in the U.S.
Wow.
July, Paris celebrates its 2000th birthday.
Wow.
So that was kind of a fitting thing.
So the fix was
July,
in.
Well,
yeah, it was 100% fixed. The Catcher in the Rye was released in July. That rhymed.
Salinger.
What'd you say?
Salinger.
Mm-hmm. September, President Truman makes the first transcontinental television broadcast.
Wow.
Which is kind of weird because like this is early, like 51 for TV to already be able to go. Like that's pretty impressive. And then in October, Truman officially declares war with Germany is over, even though fighting had stopped in 1945. I guess we never had officially, even though they signed a peace treaty, I guess we never officially got them off the book, so to speak, or whatever. Kind of like those like old random like laws where it's like you can't put a horse to a post or whatever. That it's still still in the
horse to a post. What?
Still in the law books and stuff, like all those random like 1800 laws that are still in effect in some places, which obviously nobody holds true. But all right, y'all, give me some fun facts because not gonna lie, this episode's probably gonna be shorter because it's just a love story movie. It's not like that hard hitting, but give me some fun facts. I can't wait.
I have to bring this. I know I brought this up to Daniel earlier, but this is my favorite thing about George and Ira Gershwin, and it really makes a difference when you hear this song again. So the song of the show, what's called "It's Love Is Here to Stay," but "Our Love Is Here to Stay." You know that song. It was the last musical composition George Gershwin wrote before his death on July 11th, 1937, of a brain tumor at age 38. So if you're not a musical theater fan or an American pop music fan, you just don't understand the depth and breadth of Gershwin's music. I mean, it was massive, especially for someone who died at 38. I mean, just listen to Rhapsody in Blue, the entire thing one time. Just listen to it, and you'll be blown away. And so, what the point I'm trying to make about Our Love Is Here to Stay is Ira Gershwin, his brother, who wrote most of the lyrics for all of his songs, wrote the lyrics to the song after George's death as a tribute to his brother. So in time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. That just kills me every time I hear this song, because it's not a love song. It's about the love between two brothers, and it just destroys me every time I hear the song. So the next time you hear the song and listen to those lyrics, think about what that is. It's very powerful. Top
Nice.
that, James.
Yeah,
Just
for
going
gayness,
to-
top it.
House.
Hey, it's his
It's
month.
Pride
Let
Month
him have
still,
it.
buddy. You better watch it. Take you out.
So when this film won the Oscar for Best Picture, MGM was legitimately surprised.
Oh yeah.
As a result, the studio took out a full-page ad
love
in the
it.
trade paper Variety
I love
with
it.
their mascot Leo the lion looking sheepishly and admitting, honestly, I was just sitting in the sun waiting for a streetcar. A reference
that's
to
funny.
the Best Pictures, A Place in the Sun, and a streetcar named Desire. Like this cracks me up. Like no one thought this would win, and
That's hilarious.
I could see why. Like looking at that year, but we'll get into that later.
And my favorite. I mean, we don't talk about him in my summary, but Oscar Levant being in this movie and being so Oscar Levant-ish. I mean, we don't know of him as that kind of a person. He was such a personality during his life. Very present on a lot of television shows. He was always on the Jack Paar show. And he was extremely, extremely, extremely witty. I mean, some of the things he said, I knew Doris Day before she was a virgin, which is, hilarious to me. Or when I was young, I looked like Al Capone, but I lacked his compassion. he was really, I've given up reading books. It takes my mind off myself. Schizophrenia beats dining alone. Just hilariously funny. And the one that we probably shouldn't even say on this, he said this on television. Now that Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe married Arthur Miller. Now that Marilyn Monroe is kosher, Arthur Miller can eat her too.
Oh wow!
On television, he says.
Jeez.
I mean,
there no hate code for the television.
Yes. So like, I knew Doris Day before she was a virgin. That just kills me every time I think about it. But so anyway, Oscar Levant, and I'm pretty sure he wrote. I couldn't find anything specific, but some of the other lines he does, and just his whole thing when he's having coffee and cigarettes, sort of behind Jerry and Henri, and they're talking about the same woman. He's afraid they're going to find out it's the same woman, and he's like nervously having a cigarette.
It's so good, yeah.
It's just so funny. But anyway, go ahead, James. What else do you have?
So I found this interesting. The director, Vignette Minnelli, whatever his name is
Vincent Minnelli.
Vincent Minnelli is credited as the sole director. Although he was tied up a lot of the time with his divorce from Judy Garland. And what?
Yep.
I said,
he was tied up. Oh, I was like, no, I looked this up. I fact checked it. And so he was in the middle of a divorce with Judy Garland and other directing projects, leaving Gene Kelly to take over directing duties. And apparently the cast and crew did not care for that much.
Gene Kelly at all.
Yeah, he was not good. Yeah, he's a terrible guy.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Like he didn't get if I was Gene Kelly and knowing who Gene Kelly was, I think he would push for a director's credit, but apparently not.
Well, they didn't get nominated, so he probably didn't care. He's like, I'm not going to worry about it. But it would have been interesting if they would have won Best Director, who would have walked up on stage to get the award.
And Gene Kelly discovered Leslie Caron while vacationing in Paris, where he saw her perform in the Richard Petit Company Ballet des Champs-Élysées. However, as with his relations with Debbie Reynolds and Sid Charisse, the relation between Gene Kelly and Leslie Caron soured due to his relentless criticism and cruel insults on set. Citing Kelly's rude behavior towards the cast and crew over multiple films, MGM released him from his contract in 1990.
Wow.
over multiple
Yeah.
cruelty. You know.
It's so crazy. People can just be like cruel for no reason.
Well, that's why I was telling Daniel. That's why for Singing in the Rain, Debbie Reynolds says she was in another rehearsal studio under a piano crying with blood in her shoes because he had made her force her to keep working and keep working. Of course, she didn't dance before Singing in the Rain. She'd not been a dancer. Stunning to me. And she heard someone say, "Who's down there?" And it was oh gosh, help me, Fred Astaire. And Fred Astaire pulled her out and said, "Look, and she goes, it's too hard. I can't do this. I can't do this." And he goes, "Come with me." And he took her into his studio and let her watch him rehearse,
Wow.
which he never did. And just to show her that it was this hard, because he was sweating and cursing and trying to get it and going over it and over it and over it. And he goes, "This is how it works. This is how it is. This isn't something you just pull out of the air. This isn't ether. This is hard work. Art is hard work. Doing it over and over and over and over and over." And
Was
really
he
saved her career for that.
was he mean to like male coworkers or just female mainly?
I don't know.
Because
But
I
I would
wonder,
imagine
like, because Fred Astaire was obviously equal to him at that point. So I was kind of wondering, like, maybe even more famous. But I kind of wonder, like, was he like, would he be so harsh on him? Because you look at this, like, Debbie Reynolds was very young, obviously, and then Leslie Caron was very young. So it's like, is he preying on
young
just
women,
knowing he can get away with, like,
probably.
newbies in the scene, basically?
And yet you watch Gene Kelly dance. He's one of the few men do dance that you go, he doesn't lose an ounce of his masculinity when he dances. Not an ounce. He even gains masculinity when he dances. It's so athletic the way he dances.
I don't know. Some of the hikes of those pants getting a little close to his belly button. I was like, all right, Gene, I'm gonna need you to I'm gonna need you
Well,
to
they say that him wearing white socks during the 17-minute ballet thing was what inspired Michael Jackson to wear white
Really?
socks.
Wow.
Him wearing white socks. That they say
That's pretty cool.
you know, and the ballet sequence is out of control great. I mean, what do you want? We'll get into that later, but wow, 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 wow.
Well, I think that's a good segue. Let's go ahead and move into the movie. So, what were our initial thoughts on the movie? Did we have any ideas what to expect? Steven, I'll let you go first, our resident
I didn't know
musical
what to expect. I really didn't. I mean,
fiend.
I'm a huge fan of Singing in the Rain. Huge. It's one of the when I my first ever musical I did in college. The director took us all. We were doing Godspell, and to get us to kind of bond, she took us to her apartment and she played "Singing in the Rain." I'd never seen it, and I fell in love with it. Just you know, the music and the musical numbers. So I wasn't sure of what to expect with this, but I expected it to be great because I love Singing in the Rain. So most of the same creators. What about you, James?
So I knew nothing. I
Hmm.
was just like, oh my, is this going to be all of the stereotypes of Americans going to Paris to learn art and all that stuff? Like that was my thing, and it was just going to be like stereotype after stereotype. Which, to be fair, there were some, but I just wondering if this was the origin of that story. But
What about you,
it's been going on
Daniel?
forever.
Yeah, I had seen it years ago because I dated a girl who loved musicals. So I knew like the final scene was breathtaking, and like that was kind of the only thing I really remembered about it. Because let's be honest, it was 2010, and I was like 21 and didn't really care about. I was doing it because my girlfriend wanted. I didn't appreciate it at the time. So
2010, I was 48,000 years old. Let's see, I was 78.
but awesome. Well, then let's go ahead and dive a little bit
Oh,
deeper.
and
So,
I want to say there's great before we get off this thing, there are great little cameos throughout this movie. Like the woman who critiques his art on the street right before he meets his benefactress. That woman who comes up, I don't know why
mhm.
that's Noelle Neal. Noelle Neal played uh, Lois Lane in all the Adventures of Superman series except for the first season. Like she is to so many people Lois Lane.
Mhm.
She was even in the last few her last appearance was in Superman Returns. Noelle Neal. So it's just neat to see her. And the guy who is sort of like who Jerry and um, Milo meet when they go out to dinner. So
Mhm.
it's, oh, come and help me with this person. Well, that's the guy who played what is it, Dr. Bellows on I Dream of Jeannie for years and years and years. So it's like there's a lot of great little fun.
Well, this one came first, though, right? So
Oh yeah,
so technically, I Dream of Jeannie is the cameo. No, I'm just playing.
and before and before Noel Neal, it was his,
Yes, that's
so
right.
it was his Superman. So yeah, I just like saying Noel Neal. Anyway, go
This
ahead.
this is a Murder She Wrote before Murder She Wrote, right, Steven?
There
Is that
you
what
go.
we're saying? Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and jump in that scene. I thought it was, like I know the kidsters, youngsters nowadays think they have game and whatnot, but I got to give Gene Kelly some credit. Man, that was slick whenever he first met Lisa, and was like, at the table and was like, "Oh, come here, like, it's so
Oh, I
good to
haven't seen
see
you in
you.
so long. Let's have a
Wait, we were
dance.
just talking about you." And then like when he comes back, it's like, "What's your number again?" And like she gives the wrong number. The guy's like, "No, it's this." Like I thought that was slick. I was like, "Okay, Gene Kelly, I see you." Like, did you guys find that scene funny or I don't know? I thought it was just like a really cool moment. You don't see that a lot. I feel like because usually like in old Hollywood, the girl just kind of like falls for them instantly, or in some cases they become creepy, like in The Birds, where they just randomly buy these two lovebirds and travel 1,000 miles to give it to them. It's like that felt authentic and real. Like that could happen like in today's society, if that makes sense. Like I really enjoyed that scene. I was like, I felt like a proud wingman. I was like, you go, boy, you go.
I mean, that was a smooth pickup line. That was incredible. That was like I wish I had that game when I was
Right? It's
when
like
I
I'm
was
gonna write that down. I'll probably forget. I'll mess it up when next time I
I
run
just,
into.
I honestly feel a little bit of the opposite because I feel like old movies are the reason why we have a lot of, until recently, male this male idea of if she says no, she means yes. I mean, she's, I don't want to go out with you. No, no, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And he keeps on and he keeps on and he breaks her down. I mean, he shows up at her work. What?
Well, I didn't say that part was fine, but I think the first part's fine. I think him going up
Oh,
to her and
yeah, I
seeing her for the
agree.
first time.
It's a neat way to do it. But,
That's the line I mean. Like I agree with you, him calling the work and being, like
yeah,
that part's like,
but there's just something about this sense of keep at it. We've drilled that into our heads as a society. It's okay for men to be relentless because women really mean yes. I mean, really. I mean,
yeah.
but the opposite. If a woman does that, she's pathetic and laughed at. If a man does that, he's got game.
Mm. Okay, so I do want to point out this may be completely off topic, but I just felt this way watching it. This gave me a little bit of like diet version of Sunset Boulevard. Cause not as
Mm.
crazy, but the older woman who I don't even think she's that old, honestly, but buys his
Controlling them.
paintings and kind of builds him up, and not to the extreme as Sunset Boulevard, obviously. And then he falls in
No.
love with the younger girl. But this one, it was different because I don't think she was like truly. I mean, she was sad, but I don't think she was like fully heartbroken like Gloria was, obviously. You know what I mean? But I just
But
kind of
she's
wanted to.
done this before.
Yeah,
She's
right.
done
Yeah, good point. Because they even said like, "Oh, how long
another
is this
one.
guy gonna?" But I just really, I don't know. I caught that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it just
No,
felt
you're not.
very okay. Okay, because
No,
you
No,
it's
guys,
the same
I
thing, and it's around the same time. So we're
fair
talking about
enough. Fair
this sort
enough.
of this looking into of women being in the power to control men. It's my favorite line from Sunset Boulevard. What gives you the right to treat me like this? She goes, "What right? You want me to tell you? you know, I'm paying the bills, son. That gives me the right. You know, you want me to tell you? I mean, that's the same thing here. She's really, and he knows it, which is
Yeah.
very different than Joe Gillis. Joe Gillis is thinking he's playing her. You know what I mean? Oh, I can stay. I'll work on her script. I'll get the money. I'll get out. All of a sudden, he's now in her house. She's
Mm-hmm.
moved him in. Well, I can't live here. You can't live where you can't play rent. And all of a sudden, he's being controlled by her.
Yeah.
But I think Jerry is trying to push against it a lot. And then when he finds out that Lee's is going to be married to somebody else, let's give into it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I mean,
Take care of me.
I mean, would life really be that bad? Nice studio, be a nice kept man. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
There were,
I
I
know,
mean,
but
you may not look at it me now, but there were a few people, a few homos, probably a bit younger than me now, who, when I moved into this city, oh, why don't you let me take care of you? I mean, seriously. Well, let me take care of you. You want to be an actor? Let me take care of you.
And
I'll
you
take
told him
care of you."
no.
And I said no, like a damn idiot. Like
Oh,
an
Steven.
idiot. Like, what are you thinking? I was cute. I didn't even know I was cute, but I was cute. And and now I don't have hair. It's over. It's over. So
Yeah, but you
But
lost your hair like 23, didn't you? So how does that?
don't tell everybody. How dare you?
No, I'm saying, but you had to be cute then, Steven. Like,
I
yeah,
was losing it at 19. I was.
I thought you were. I thought you lost it early. You're
Me
losing
and
it
Patrick
early,
Stewart, yeah, we didn't have a chance.
and you didn't turn in Lex Luthor, did you?
Almost. in a
You
weird way.
didn't. You didn't take over the world because some guy made you lose your hair.
Damn you, Superman!
Okay, I'm glad you guys, because I was just like, I know last week
Yeah.
I kind of went off I may have went off the deep end with the Gandhi references, but I was like, this just feels like Sunset Boulevard, but like
Oh
a
yeah.
obviously like a lighter version, not a
And she's
not
not a bad looking woman either. Like
right,
hello.
exactly, and like and she's not like in her 50s, which I think Norma
well,
Desmond is in her 50s in that movie, but yeah,
apparently, because she was younger. They put gray hair in
Yeah,
Gene Kelly's
and
hair
her
to
yeah.
make it look
in Gene Kelly's
like
hair
No,
yeah,
and her hair.
because and
and
her
her
hair. I'm
hair.
sorry.
Okay, okay, I
Yeah,
was like,
sorry, her hair. I got it mixed up. But yeah, they put gray in her hair to make her look older because I think she's around the same age as Gene Kelly.
But good God, and what a great actress. I mean, she's great.
yeah, she was
She's
good. I really liked
wonderful.
her a lot actually. I enjoyed her.
She's
Oh, I
wonderful.
Just
loved her
entire
character. That she was my favorite character this whole
Yeah, I
movie.
enjoyed her a lot too. All right, what was y'all's favorite song in the movie?
Oh,
I Well, go
I
ahead.
know.
You go
Well,
ahead.
we kind of know Stevens already.
No,
oh,
I was gonna say I got rhythm. I love how they staged it.
That's
I
mine too. That's
love
my
that
favorite one.
staging. I got
That was my favorite one too. I really I'd never heard that before.
You never heard I got rhythm, I got
Mm-mm.
music? Really? Oh my gosh.
I've never heard any of these songs before.
Oh man, trouble,
Like,
I won't mind
mm-mm.
him.
I've never heard none
Wow.
of these. So I was like, it was really cool. Like you said, how he'd go to the kids, they'd be like, I got, the kids got excited, like,
I love that. I thought looking at the musical numbers, I was kind of amazed that some of the musical numbers they show are just like they're tinkling in the background. So I really thought there were less production numbers than I thought they were going to be.
what does that mean, tinkering? What do you mean tinkering in the
They'll have
background?
there'll be somebody playing in the back, playing the tune in the background.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
It'll be a
saying.
part of So you're like, wait a minute, that's you know, which sort of says something about the scene, but it's not the point of the scene. And the only song that's really a part of a production number is "I'll Take a Stairway to Paradise," which I love, but I think "I Got Rhythm" is my favorite.
Yeah, I
Just
enjoyed
the
also seeing just
kids.
Levant just shred the piano randomly, just be like, you like he was.
I mean, I immediately went out and bought that movement
Oh,
because
you
it's
did?
such a great concerto.
Yeah,
Such a
it was
great
real. I
concerto.
was like, really, yeah.
And Levant, after George Gershwin's death, became the premier performer
I could see that.
of Gershwin's music, especially Rhapsody in Blue. So he kills it. Just kill. And I love it. He's like on the piano. He's conducting it. He's playing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
violin. Just great.
James,
What
what
about
was
you,
your
James?
favorite?
What you like?
it's wonderful. Yeah,
It's
I thought.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed that song. It was
Marvel.
It was
Did you
good
know
too.
that song
Yeah, it was.
before?
And honestly, I
what?
like because what you
You
said.
didn't know this
Steve?
song before, really? Wow.
Mm-mm.
No, this was all like new music to me. I
Wow.
can't
And
even pull a
I liked
Simpsons reference
Wonderful
out of
because
this.
I liked the tap dancing. Obviously, there wasn't
No.
really much.
No,
There
no,
wasn't
no.
much.
That's why because
Yeah, because there wasn't
Yeah.
there was a little bit of tap dancing in the
Uh-huh.
I Got Rhythm, but not a lot. Where that one's really more pronounced. I really enjoyed that one a lot too.
You know what I liked
yeah,
about I Got Rhythm that you're just bringing this up to me? I expected from my lens of watching new musicals that the kids all standing around were going to start tap dancing with him. Because that's what happens in musicals. Like some kid, hey, that looks fun. I'll tap dance, even though they can't tap dance. Didn't happen. They just were enjoying the tap dancing. And it's all about Gene Kelly's dad. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, I was watching the kids' reactions because they didn't come off as like modern day kid actors, and it was true. Like some of them had like just not they weren't grinning ear to ear. They were just like watching like how a normal person, you know what I mean? Like some
like
people,
an air to
yeah, they
air
weren't
in
like that.
sequence.
Yeah, exactly. It was like they were just like
They're
legit
enjoying it.
just watching, like not just being a normal kid. I thought it was really cool. But
I got.
that was yeah, I love that. Yeah. Um. Alrighty, so let's get into the thing. How do we feel about the love triangle?
Mm, I
Like,
like
how do we feel about Jean, Lisa, and then what was the other guy's name? Henri.
Henri. Henri. Yeah.
How do we feel about the love triangle? Like we all knew it was there. We knew something had to happen. Like we knew something
Yeah.
was there had to be some, what is the antagonist or
Very
whatever the word
Casablanca.
is.
It's very Casablanca.
Yeah.
She owes him for protecting him during the
Yep.
war,
Mm-hmm.
so she's not going to leave him. Very Casablanca.
But it's just her boy. But they weren't fiance, right? It was just a boyfriend at the time because he hadn't proposed, correct? Or had he already proposed?
Well, I think they weren't even boyfriends at the time.
Okay.
But after the war's over, he proposes because he falls in love with her. So yeah, it's an interesting love triangle, and I love that they all give it up. Each one of them gives it up to be. She says, I can't be with you. I've got to do this. They're all doing the right thing, really.
Yeah, he felt like he took it very well.
Yeah.
Especially the scene on the balcony. I love the scene where you see the smoke. And you're like,
him.
oh my God, is that him? And it's him here. And he heard the whole thing.
Great
I would have thrown Gene Kelly off the roof. Like,
Okay.
I love that subtle, just that you're like, oh my God, that's cigarette smoke. Oh, is that Audrey? And then you see him and you're like, oh my gosh. And then even at the party, whenever he goes up to him and he's like, Steven, I'm going to use the apartment lingo. He didn't say this, but buddy boy, did you take my advice about that girl? And Gene's like, yeah, I did, like
good work.
And they were almost believable when they pretended to be the first time meeting each other. Like they did a good, obviously the one girl, she picked up on it, but they did a pretty good job of it, I thought.
Did you notice during that party scene when they're showing all these people and there was you see this person from the back with no shirt wearing this kind of crazy dress. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then at one point,
a man or a woman?
You don't know. And then
the one that jumps down,
catch somebody.
Yeah.
He catches this woman, and they're walking off, and you see these two guys hand in hand walking through the crowd, and one of them is.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
I lost it. I was like, this is hilarious to me. I screenshot it. I'll send it to you because it's hilarious. I was like, what? What is this in 1951? What the hell is this? It's like, oh my God.
I love that New Year's Eve party, obviously, because I chose the duck. But like all the crazy, like the costumes and all that weird dancing and stuff, like that looked like a party.
Yeah,
but like
I enjoyed the theme, the black and white theme. That was cool.
And let's just see how many Hays Code violations they could slip right in there.
I mean,
that's basically what that party was.
Like this. I was like, oh my God, I love it so much. Oh, anyway.
Who do you guys think that Lisa should have chosen?
Of course, him.
Or is it a simple thing? It's like Casablanca, where there's no wrong answer.
For this movie, there is a wrong answer.
I felt like I kind of agree with you. It's not.
I don't feel badly for Henri. He's a good-looking French singer. He's going to get some, some tail. Come on, he's a good-looking and he's a great performer. He's got it going on.
He should have not ended up. She should have not ended up with Gene Kelly. No.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
Like, you out of your mind.
Why would he end up with her? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
it's a movie.
She's already skinny. She's not going to eat much. I mean, what do you want? He's going to be poor.
No, but like, he should have went and become that musician. Went with the musician. Like, that was a better life. He treated her better.
You would have put her on the plane to Lisbon, wouldn't you? With
Yes, that makes sense.
No, but she did put him on. What are you talking about, Steven?
I'm saying in Casablanca, he would have put her on the plane with and said, "Good for She should have stayed in Casablanca, but I mean, for true love, of course, she'd be dead and he would be too.
Yeah,
but
I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. I'm kind of neutral. That makes some spoiler.
I'm glad in the musical world where we don't see the next chapter, which is he doesn't have any money. And they're in Paris with no money. Yeah, it sucks. But
and he's out singing in the rain with no umbrella for the first 30.
With chain, I'm trying to get some money.
I'm singing with change. But yeah, no, I don't know. Anyway, but all right, let's talk about the show-stopping 17-minute ballot sequence. What'd you guys think about it? Did you like the transition, how it went into from the balcony into it? What was,
And with the
obviously this is a long,
rose,
but what was y'all's thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it?
gorgeous.
It was pretty. I liked all. It was like when I because I knew nothing about this movie before, and I was like, this kind of looks like a painting, and then I realized, oh, it was
Oh, really?
intentional, and I was like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was really
this is really
cool.
cool. Like the
Yeah.
different sets, the different pacing, like Luce-Lautrec and all of them. But no, I thought it was a beautifully done, and apparently, that was going to be cut, and they,
Roberto.
Gene Kelly and the director and everyone convinced MGM to keep it because they were holding back product release of the movie because of it. So
Wow.
it
Can
was
you
apparently going
release
to
it
be
without the?
cut,
Can you imagine
and they didn't
releasing
think
it
it would be
without
the
the
movie would be a
ballet?
success without it.
Yeah, it's
It wouldn't be.
crazy. I mean, of course we wouldn't know what we had because it wasn't there, but now that we know it's there, it's like, man, what a loss that would have been.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
same with Wizard of Oz. I mean, they seriously wanted to cut Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Wow.
And when you think about it in musical theater terms, it doesn't further the plot. It's the I Want song, but that's all it is. It's the I
So
Want song.
you kind of understand it objectively. You kind of get it. You're like,
Objectively, let's get on with it. Let's move on to the next. Like I said, cut to the chase.
yeah,
We're in black and white Kansas. Let's get to someplace with some color, for God's sake. Let's go on. But
How dare
they
you,
fought for
Steven,
it. But
wanting
but
to
that's
cut for
in
somewhere
your,
of the rainbow?
what I'm saying. But in your
no, he doesn't.
mind,
But
you go, that's what you should do.
yeah,
That
no, it
would
makes
make
sense.
sense.
But
But
those oftentimes are the best ones where they don't, where they don't fit in perfectly. Those oftentimes end up being the best movies or the best whatever because they're just like they're memorable because they don't, like you said, they don't move the plot along. They don't do whatever.
yeah,
No, I don't
you
know.
can't.
Like, obviously, if it would have cut, we would never have known it. But I really enjoyed it because it to me, it gave closure. Like, I really enjoyed just the whole scene. And,
Hmm.
like, I mean, this is 75 years ago. And, like, I was staring at the fountain they were on because it was so cool looking because it legit looked like water, in my opinion.
Well,
Like I knew it wasn't, but it looked real enough. And I was like, that has really cool set design. Like, obviously,
I
on top of
know.
everything else. But I was just like, and maybe it's because we've all been to the was it Buckingham Fountain or whatever, but it's
Well,
like I was like, oh my, it's so cool because especially when Lisa like goes under it, like when she shows
oh
up and goes
God.
under it, I was like, that's so cool, even though obviously it's not real, but it's like that was just a beautiful set design. I mean, there's just
Oh,
no way
gorgeous.
about it. I really appreciate and someone who has zero artistic skill whatsoever. Like I was just mesmerized by it, and I was mesmerized by everybody, not just Gene Kelly, which usually that happens. Usually it's just Gene Kelly, but honestly, the backup dancers were fantastic, and I went into it too, knowing how much of a hard butt Gene Kelly is. So I was watching. I was like, let me watch these, because like when Lisa's on her toes or whatever, like jumping, I'm like watching. I'm like, he was watching like a hawk, like
They're on point. They're all on point, walking around
right. I'm like,
on
what is?
point.
It's crazy.
I mean, what do you want? Here, and what really I think we need to really remember is this is a movie that they chose Gershwin songs to put into the movie. So they chose Gershwin songs for this movie, right? But this is an entire movement of music. This is An American in Paris, an entire, piece of music that Gershwin wrote. So putting this ballet together meant putting it on this music, not music being written for the ballet,
Mm.
but the other way around. So
And I assume
this
that's
is,
probably more difficult, right? Like I
I
don't.
would
Again,
say, I mean,
I
I've
don't
never
know.
done it
Like
that
I'm not
way,
a musical
but
person. Yeah.
to put that to say this is our set of music. That's what we got. So we
Mm.
have to make this work for what we're trying to say in this music. I think that's
Yeah.
very difficult.
No, that's a good point.
And wow,
I
wow, wow,
and then
wow.
I think they won best costume design probably just from this scene alone. That and the party
Yeah.
scene, like
Oh
those
yeah,
were fantastic. Like,
oh yeah.
and
But
honestly,
she's
like
like
Gene
walking around
Kelly's
on point.
and
Pretty
like
much.
Gene Kelly's costume is so iconic. Like everyone has seen that look, like, and you just know
And
that
I
look.
love
He's
that they change costume at these different intervals. So like they'll be here in a movement, and then they'll cut to the next scene, and she's in completely different costume. She
hmm
moved out of the shadows, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
that's gorgeous.
they did
Like,
a really good job.
gorgeous.
I do want to ask you guys. Just I didn't put this on here, so I'm kind of audibling. But
Uh oh, audible
what's do you guys like better, Singing in the Rain or this one?
singing the rain.
Ain't it on the rain? Is that a
Okay,
question? Like,
I agree as well. But I didn't know if that was controversial
Singing
because
in the rain in A flat.
Singing in the Rain, I was just
I
talking. It's
make
like
more money than Calvin Coolidge put together. I mean, what do you
every
want?
single one of those songs are so much more iconic than any of these songs, and to me, that's what I don't know. Just
Right?
yeah. Anyway, I
Like
just want to ask you guys what y'all's thoughts were on it.
this
See, I
movie
think
has a
Singing in the
few
Rain is better.
scenes.
I think it's funnier. We
It's
get some
so much funny.
funnier.
Well, Fred
Yeah.
Astaire.
Well, Fred Astaire's
What do
not
you
Singing in
want?
the Rain though. Fred Astaire's not singing.
Sorry.
Gene Kelly, yeah.
No, but who's the
Donald
other guy
O'Connor.
that's in Gene
Donald
Kelly with
O'Connor.
him? Yeah. Sorry.
Donald
Yeah.
O'Connor.
He's hilarious. Like the make him laugh scene is so funny. Like I love that scene. Love that scene. But yeah,
Lena
no.
Lamont. What do you want? What do you think, James? What do you think?
I've seen it in the rain. Like this movie has a couple good like the ending scene, and there's another scene that I'll be talking about in my ducky. But
Ah!
there's only a couple good scenes in this movie in comparison where Singing in the Rain is way
Yeah.
like
Boom, boom, boom,
it's
boom,
good
boom.
throughout the whole movie. It's not like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
all right, well, this is going on. Do I enjoy the quote unquote cougar in this movie? Yes. Like I think that's funny. Like I enjoy those plot lines. It makes me laugh. But like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
because no, I agree. Because even like I enjoyed so much in the first one and or Singing in the Rain, sorry, when like they're having like the two celebrities like announcing everyone coming out and it's Gene, it's like that's funny to me. That was funny, just that whole like banter. And like I love how how he met Debbie Reynolds as opposed to how he met Lisa. I really liked that whole, she was a dancer for the performing. Like I just like that. I don't know. I just
And
want
I
to ask you
loved it.
guys
There
because
are
I didn't think
parts
it
of
was controversial, but I wanted to obviously get y'all's opinion on
there
it.
are parts of Singing in the Rain where you can hear Debbie Reynolds' Southern accent come out. You know, we want girls to faint at your face. Like she a lot of times they'll come out when she gets angry in that movie. Her Texan accent comes out, and I love it. I just love hearing it.
That's awesome.
Oh, and you just reminded me because the woman who does the announcements at the top of Singing in the Rain, here they are, Donald Lockwood and Lena
Yeah.
Lamont. That's Aunt. That's the woman who played Aunt Harriet on the Batman series, and she's in this movie. She's the old woman in the perfumery who's
Oh
buying
yeah.
perfume. That's it. Oh well, my husband loves the way I smell. Like she's Aunt Harriet. I love
Well,
that she's in this movie.
it's funny you bring it up too, because as someone who has worked at a female store, I worked at Ann Taylor for like a year.
Oh wow.
They really do, let me rephrase it, women, not they, sorry, women really do want a guy's opinion a lot of times. And so like I was basically just a stalker in the back and I took care of all the back end stuff and never really came out on the floor. But randomly I'd get a message, I'd get a thing like, Daniel, can you come to the front of the store? And it would be this woman and she would be like,
What do you like better?
like she'd show two pants on and she'd be like, which one do you like better? And I guess I was the only straight guy that worked there too. It was like, okay, well, Barbara, I don't know, like I don't know, I don't know what your 64-year-old husband likes, but I'm gonna go with this pair,
I'll
like
tell you, when I sold shoes at Naturalizer Shoes when I was in college. Now this is a brand for older women. So you got older
well,
Southern
so was
women.
Ann Taylor, so it kind of fits.
And I learned real fast that you don't try to sell a Southern woman white after Labor Day. She'll kick
Oh
you.
yeah,
She'll kick, sir. But I learned I was very honest with women.
yep,
What do you like this? I don't really like it with that.
same.
I don't like it. So I would be honest with them and I wouldn't get the sale. So my commissions were low for months. And then the women would come in and go, no, I want that boy. That boy right there, I want him to wait on me because I wouldn't bullshit them.
Yeah, you wouldn't sell it right.
So they knew me and they knew I would be okay. Okay. Well, what do you think? You like it? Okay, I'll buy it. And then my commissions were shooting through the roof
Yeah, I didn't
because
get
they all
commission, but yeah,
trusted.
no, I think that's the same thing. It's so funny how that works. But no, I do love when Gene was there and he was like, I loved it. It was just that was awesome.
Danielle the token male.
Right. Okay. Did you guys like this movie?
Yes. Yes.
I was entertained by it.
I will
I
say I
enjoyed it to a
like it in
degree.
the terms of us watching Oscars, but it's not something that I would necessarily, I probably would say I would not care for it if we weren't doing this Oscar stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm comparing it to Cimarron, so it's like, it's not, there's no comparison, obviously, you know,
I
or
mean, the
Stephen, I'm
bar's
sorry,
so
Ordinary
low.
People.
I love it.
Yeah, we know you did. Um,
So does
okay.
the Pope.
Did it deserve to win?
Can I
For
answer this?
reference,
Go ahead.
American in Paris gets a 7.1 on IBD. This is like one of the lowest scored winners. I think it's even lower than like I don't think it's lower than Cimarron, but it's definitely up there for one of the lowest ones. A Decision Before Dawn got a 7.2. A Place in the Sun got a 7.7. A Streetcar Named Desire got a 7.9. And then Stephen, can you help with this? Is it Quo Vadis? Is that how you say it, or do you
Covadis,
know?
Covadis, Jimmy
Okay,
Covadis.
because you're better with the other languages than me. It got a 7.1.
I'm gonna say right now why Streetcar did not win is what? I mean, it says a lot about what was going on. It says, but come on. I mean, it also says that America or the Academy was not ready for this new type of acting, this new type of. I mean, just watch Brando in that movie. He's sex incarnate. When he takes his shirt off and puts a new T-shirt on, even putting the new T-shirt on, he's sex. I mean, God, he's just good looking, and he's stalking around and just scared of him. You're scared watching the movie. Is he going to hurt them? He's going to hurt them. And then when he's off screen and they're talking about him, and Blanche is like, "Don't hang back with the brutes," and then they hear him in the kitchen, and you don't know if he's heard it or not. And then he pretends like he didn't, and you're like, "Oh, he's gonna hurt them." Like you just get scared for them. So to put American in Paris above that and The Place in the Sun, it says something. I think they may have split each other. Place in the Sun and Streetcar Named Desire. I think they may have split votes so that this won, but I don't know. What do you think, James?
I was very surprised this won over Streetcar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were so many great movies that weren't even nominated.
Oh,
like The
God,
African Queen.
African
wasn't
Queen.
even nominated. Yeah, African Queen. How is that not nominated?
I mean, come on.
The Day the Earth Stood Still, my little sci-fi
Death of a Salesman. The film version of Death of a Salesman came out this year. What?
Strangers on a Train.
Yep.
Stop taking my thunder, James. Just answer the dang question. You're taking all my thunder.
Sorry. Things from Another World was also
so many great movies. Yeah.
All right. So what's your answer then?
I don't think it should have won. Out of the ones that were nominated.
Well, then what should have won out of the ones that are nominated?
Streetcar should have won.
What about
but the one that I would have picked would African Queen. I would have picked African Queen.
African Queen.
You got Humphrey Bogart and them, and it's great.
Katharine Hepburn.
And it's him like when he's like
Mr. Allnut.
Well, I like him, and honestly, I like Bogey when he plays the more like Casablanca role where he's but him playing gruff and like just that rough and tough, grease, like that character he crushes because he does the same thing in the Treasure Sierra Madre. He's that same gruff, gritty, tough, like don't take crap nobody. Even this little Southern Belle is on his boat with him. I agree, but
he wakes up from a drunken stupor and finds that she has dumped all his alcohol.
I love it.
And it's just all the bottles are floating down oh, miss, he's so upset.
So what was nominated, I think A Streetcar deserved it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't like this movie at all. Like this is low on my list. I was hoping I would like it more. I don't know, because I kept comparing it to Singing in the Rain, which is not fair. I get, but as someone who doesn't watch a ton of musicals, I have to go off what I know. You know what I mean? And maybe that's not fair, and I'm not saying it is, but that's just kind of I don't know. And like, what I love about 50s movies is usually like the charm and the radiance of the lead female character. And I'm not saying that Leslie's not attractive, because she is. But like, you're comparing her to like, to Grace Kelly and to Audrey Hepburn. Like, I know she's more 60s, but like, I don't know. To me, she just kind of came off kind of like plain. I don't know. I know that sounds bad, and she probably say the same to me. I totally get it. And like, she's beautiful. I'm not saying she's not, but I don't know, man. I just wanted there to be like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, because like even like Debbie Reynolds was gorgeous and Singing in the Rain, and like I know historically she may not be known for that. She's more known for her acting because she's amazing. But like I don't know. But so for me, I'll say Streetcar, but I'm gonna argue with what should have won. I'm gonna go with Strangers on a Train
Oh.
because the murders, because to me the murder scene when in the
In the
glasses
eye.
is
In the
worth
eye.
it, and the
Yeah.
craziness that the whatever the guy's name is, the one that ends up killing the woman,
Mhm.
is on the same level as Goya Swanson crazy. Like calling him at random times of the like his eyes are crazy. And like James said, African Queen is fantastic too. But I just want to do something different. I'm gonna say Strangers on a Train, but also The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it as well because the guy didn't show up to destroy Earth. He came to warn it, and I thought that was really neat because usually
Oh yeah.
and they show up. And then also, like Steven, you're talking about like how Streetcar didn't get nominated. Let's just take a vote, like in America, if you played whatever the most famous scene is in American in Paris, but I don't know what it'd be. I guess it made the ballet scene, and then you play the 3 second clip of him yelling Stella. Who's
Stella!
gonna know the reference more? Like people, I mean, like culturally, it's like
I
last
love you,
week.
baby.
It's like last week, E.T. was so much more culturally significant than Gandhi because everyone knows E.T. phone home. And to me, I think, like, obviously they don't know that at the time, but I think looking back now, we can look back on
Yeah.
it. I do think that Streetcar deserved it for multiple reasons, but also because the cultural impact that most people know. You see someone yell Stella, they at least know the reference.
I think they were scared, just like they're scared in Cat of a Haunted Roof. They're scared of the sex that Tennessee Williams brought to his plays and his.
Mm.
It's sex. It's not love. It's not passion. It's sex. Period. That's why. That's what is said through the poetry of Williams when Stella says, oh, but we get in that bed, and he says, I turn on them colored lights, and you love it, don't you, babe? Like she leaves her family and finds him, and she's like, I've never had this before, and she's not
Hmm.
gonna leave her family for that. You know what I mean? It's not love, it's sex. And that's scary for 1950s America.
Yeah.
Who denied they were even having sex.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like Elvis before Elvis, basically. It's like, wait,
really.
what? Keep those pelvis far from me.
Tennessee did not walk away from sex.
Homie didn't
right.
play.
So come on.
All right, now we come to the best segment of all, the Duck Award. So James, without further ado, give us your dun, 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 dun.
So disgusting.
We need to get like a little fog machine, just have it rise up.
Oh God! Gross.
I will try to get that worked into our budget for
in the budget. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, James, give us your Duck Award.
Okay, so when they were describing the main person, like when they were doing that cool dance scene where they were like describing it, where it was like he was in a complementary color and it was just like this stark difference, and I was like, this scene is great for the use of color, because this was like the only second Academy Award to win for color.
Yeah,
and they utilized color.
Oh yeah,
so much in
really
that scene because it was such contrast. Like you had her in the dress, and then it was on the complement color. It just popped, and that description of her, and then like her being sassy or whatever they're thinking it is, trying to question it, and then going back and forth. To me, that's like my favorite scene in that whole movie.
No, it's a good shout out.
People didn't want
it gets
her
the ducky.
They thought that her in that chair, they really had a problem with her in the chair.
Wow.
It was lewd. And she goes, it's a chair. What am I going to do with the chair? Come on. Chair. I'm dancing with the chair. I'm not making love to the chair. I'm dancing with the chair. Calm down.
She did decline to show up on our podcast. We did reach out to her and she declined.
Leslie, who are those homos? Okay.
No, I'm just playing. She didn't decline. We didn't ask her. She probably does. I assume she probably lives in France. I mean, she's 94 because that's where she's from. I assume she's
probably so.
But that's just so cool that she's still alive. Like, let's just knock on wood. Like, I think that's just so cool because we don't get that a lot. Most of the people in these movies are dead.
Tomorrow, Leslie Caron dead at 95.
Yeah, I apologize in advance, Leslie, and her family. Please don't come after me. If you do, my name is Steven, spelled S-T.
Okay, there you go. I got your balls right now. Okay, there you go.
All right, y'all. Well, that concludes this episode. Thanks so much for joining. If you've made this far, please do consider subscribing. We do also have a TikTok as well, so please go over there and give it if you want some more short-term content. We also have some the shorts as well, so be sure to like those on YouTube. Next week we will be doing a special event due to the 4th of July. So tune into that.
Very cool.
And
I'm a Yankee Doodle. No, I'm kidding.
we'd love to chat about that. But until next time, this is the Chicago. Yes, that's my favorite one so far. Oh my God, I love that one. Love the barbershop
America.
quartets. Until next time, this is the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. Signing out.
Bye.